With each strike, it's a step closer to completing a project at the province's largest shipyard. Seaspan now facing a challenge looming as large as the vessels it builds, making the argument governments need to support scaling up domestic shipbuilding.
There is the obvious answer, which is the economic benefit.
Seaspan has recently been thrust into the debate over how this province can ensure ferries are built here. The company did not bid on 4 new vessels for BC Ferries, which are now going to be built in China.
We have the capability to build these ships today, but we're busy building ships for the Canadian Navy and for the Canadian Coast Guard right now.
Another part of the reality, Seaspan couldn't compete on cost with China, especially considering the immediate need for the new vessels.
Their labor cost in their shipyards is probably 7 to 8 times cheaper than ours.
But Seaspan will have capacity by the time BC Ferries needs to build the next round, and is calling on the province and federal government to support them so they can bid during the procurement process.
And that does have to include some much stronger preferences for BC/Canadian content. It can't just be a competition on price.
The province won't require BC Ferries to back off the deal with China, largely because reopening the procurement process would drive the prices up even higher, and the vessels are needed immediately. Deputy Premier Nikki Sharma was at Seaspan on Thursday, reiterating the point domestic production is important, but the federal government has to step up on its side of the deal.
Expanding BC's capacity and getting BC shipyards ready to successfully build on more Canadian ship contracts will create more good jobs.
The province now must figure out how to deal with the sunk costs associated with building local, while getting Ottawa to provide the money needed to keep the industry afloat. Richard Zussman, Global News, Victoria.